how to make the union stronger, okay? And we'll sum it up. Here's how you make the union stronger. The union is like a family. You make it stronger by doing more things together and less things apart, okay? You do more things together, and the more things you do together, the more likely you are to bond. And the more likely it is that that will become a stronger bond. That's how you build any union. You do more things together and less things apart. And one of the problems with devolution has been it has accelerated the tendency to do more things apart. And that's led us apart. Inevitably so. So what you need to do is you need to do more things together. So anything that you can do politically or socially or culturally together will help to cement the bonds of the union. And these include lots of little things. For example, there's not one thing that you can do which is going to solve all the problems of separatism. I'm going to read you a wee quote here. And this is from an article that we wrote. Quote, "No one policy or event is going to solve the problems of separatism. However, over time, things can be nudged in the right direction by policies and events. Things like this may be a little thing in the grand scheme of things, but it is all the little things that the British government is not doing or not encouraging which creates the big problem of separatism and which allows it to dominate." And that's a quote from Richard, actually, that we included in our article, which we'll put up, Time for a British National Flagship. Because that was also one of the policies suggested in this article here. And green light for HMS Prince Philip to fly the flag for Britain. Now, we've been talking about a national flagship for years, since 1997 actually. I've been talking about one. And certainly since AFFG was established in 2012, we've been talking about it. And now it looks like it might become a reality. But what we're very strong on, now remember, we're very strong monarchists, but we do not want this to be called a royal yacht, because that is branding it inappropriately for the modern age. What we want it to be called is a national flagship. You can sell a national flagship to the public. Trying to sell a royal yacht when the entire media is against you is going to be a very difficult ask, but it's a lot easier to sell a national flagship if you just call it that rather than a royal yacht that can be used, a national flagship that can be used by the royal family as and when, but that has lots of other uses, diplomatic uses and educational uses. And in our article, Time for a National Flagship, we basically spoke about all the different possibilities that it could be used for. It could be even sailed around the country, and the British government could hold cabinet meetings on it. It could dock at ports throughout Scotland, Northern Ireland, Wales and England, and you could have cabinet meetings on it. It could be used as a floating history ship. It could be used for school children to visit and to learn about the British history, and it should be made in, a bit of it should be made in every part of the United Kingdom, and bits of it should come from every part of the United Kingdom. Okay, it's a great idea. It's a great article that we wrote, and it kind of looks like from this article in the Telegraph that those ideas have been taken note of